everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I do have another redecorating video, and I ran a poll the other day on my community tab and asked what type of video you'd like to see today, and you guys said a redecorating video. So anyway, I'm here today and I've chosen these three squishies to redecorate. I've got this popcorn here, which is really nice and squishy. I've got the watermelon slice, and I've also got a little white peach, which actually came in an Amazon like 30-piece pack, but I've been saving it as I really wanted to redecorate it. So to start off with, I took some multicolored paints and I just mixed these up into little containers in pastel shades. And starting off with the popcorn one, I just spread some pink paint onto that and then just smoothed it out as I went along. I put pink, then purple, then blue, then green, then yellow, then orange, and back around again so that I had a full circle going all the way around. Now, a lot of people have been saying about me using lollipop sticks recently, and I've always used lollipop sticks to smooth the paint on. Sometimes I will use paintbrushes and dotting tools for smaller detail, but I usually use a lollipop stick to smooth the paint on. So like I said, I just made stripes all the way around the popcorn container to make them nice and rainbowy and cute and unicorny and just nice and kawaii. Next, I realised the bottom of the popcorn container did still have the old pattern on, so I just went ahead and followed on those lines that I made all the way around, just on the bottom also to kind of make a nice swirl effect, and I really liked the way that this turned out. Anyway, once this had dried, as you can see, it went nice and rainbow and smooth, and it just kind of smoothed out as it dried down. But anyway, what I did was I took a cream colour that I mixed up with some puffy paint and some PVA glue, and then I just kind of popped this all over the top to kind of mute out that yellow. I did make sure that some yellow was still showing through to give kind of like a yellowy, popcorny, in-depth kind of colour. Taking a gold metallic puffy paint, this was just by the brand Tulip, I just wrote out the word popcorn with a dotting tool, and then on the very bottom I just popped a kawaii face because, as you all know, I love kawaii faces on absolutely everything. So of course this was no different, and I just popped the face down the bottom. If you don't like them, then don't bother putting one, because to be honest, it's a DIY, so you can do whatever you want and whatever design that you fancy. To add a little bit more extra zhuzh to the popcorn, I added some like gold bit into the cream whilst it was still dry so that it kind of blended in nicely and just added a little extra depth and a little kind of extra colour, and I think it just worked out perfectly. As you can see here, the squishy squishes really nicely, and it is actually more slow rising than what it started off like, so that's always a bonus, and I feel like it looks so much cuter. This matches my style so much better. Pastel colours, bit of metallic gold, and then a cute little face on. I just couldn't ask for better. If I seen the squishy, I would probably buy it even more so than the other one, and I just really like it. So let me know if you like the little popcorn one down in the comments below, as I would love to know, and let me know, with the face or without the face, which one do you like better? Anyway, moving on to the next redecorating squishy, I then took the watermelon one, and what I did was I took the pink from the paints that I kind of mixed up and just did a nice stripe all the way down all around the skin of the watermelon. I then moved on to purple and then blue and then green and like just the colours of the rainbow that I mixed up at the start of this video. I made sure that the lines were going all the way down, just like the watermelon effect on the original squishy did, so that the kind of lines were going in the right way as you would expect if the watermelon was cut in this way. Now the colours do look really washed out on camera, and they kind of are in real life as well. I just know that when mixing PVA glue, the colours then dry a lot darker than kind of what they go on like wet. So if you do mix a bit of PVA glue into your paint, then just be aware that the colours do go a tiny bit darker once they dry. Once all the rainbow bit was completely done, I then decided I hated the red, so I took the red out by placing loads and loads of white puffy paint onto the very front of the squishy. Now I lagged this on so thick and I just kind of smoothed it out, kind of like icing on a cake. I mean, I wish I was good at icing cakes because when I make cakes they look so ugly. Anyway, that's besides the point. What I did was I basically just lagged it on and then smoothed it all out, just like kind of cream cheese icing. Once the white was dry, I then took Tulip Metallics again, and with a paintbrush I just mixed this up on top of another little pot, and then I painted on a nice kind of line all the way around between the skin and the white bit of the watermelon, and this was just to neaten it all up, give it a nice edge. And I know on the watermelon there is a lighter green colour which goes all the way around. On this squishy I do believe it was white, but I just made mine gold because I like gold, so I made it gold. With my dot and tool then, I just went on the indents where the original seeds were and I just kind of coloured them in gold also, and I did add a few extra just to kind of even it out. I then went ahead and popped a little kawaii face on. I mean, of course I did, because I like faces, and like I said, it's completely optional if you want to do this. I mean, some people don't like them and that's completely fine, but I do, so I put them on. Anyway, I then set that to dry, and once completely dry, the rainbow watermelon-y unicorny squishy was then complete. Now I'm absolutely obsessed with how the gold has turned out. It's turned out so metallic and I feel like it just looks so good, and it just looks so much more expensive than it actually obviously is, just because it glitters so well, and then once it kind of like flattens out again, it doesn't crinkle or anything. It just looks so good. I absolutely love the little face because, you know, I love faces and I love the rainbow, and this is what this one is all about. Kawaii, rainbowy, redecorating squishy video. Anyway, on to the third and final redecorating. As you know, I have this white peach. I completely covered up that really ugly bright pink colour on the bottom with a pink again, and then moving on to the purple, I just spread this around all of that pink layer. Next I moved on to a blue and just did a blue stripe as well, and then I set that to dry just so that I could kind of like balance it on the bottom, so that I could kind of like sit it down and let it dry without smudging any of the other paint. Once those two kind of colours were completely done, I then moved on and painted the other half with the other colours, which were the green, the yellow and the orange for the top. Also, by the way, don't get me wrong, if you want to do bright rainbow colours, you of course can. I really wanted to do mine like kawaii and unicorny and pastel-y and just so super cute, so that's exactly what I did. But redecorating squishies, you can make them however you want, so that's the great thing about them. Anybody can do it, as it is just down to what you want your squishy to look like, and just yeah, you just get to do it yourself, which I think is super great. So once all the rainbowy bits were completely dry on the little peach, what I then did was took some gold again and then I painted back the leaf onto the peach at the very top, and then I went ahead and popped a little bit of gold to where the little stalk was that the leaf kind of came from, and I just made this gold because I wanted to, yet again. Anyway, to the very front of the peach, I just popped on a kawaii face because I love kawaii faces and there's nothing more to it. Now, I didn't want to do this as a little excited face, but I screwed it up, so I had to go ahead and pop on a little excited mouth. I then also popped on some blush either side of the eyes and highlight to the eyes as usual, but on this time I did actually go ahead and make a little tongue inside of the mouth because, like I said, I just messed the mouth up, so I had to kind of disguise it a little bit. I absolutely adore how this face turned out. Just look at that. Look at it. It's so cute and I love it so much. So let me know, by the way, down in the comments which one is your favourite, because I love this peach so much. I thought I would love the other two better and like this one would be my least favourite, but this one has definitely turned out to be my favourite. Even though it isn't a slow rising, I still think it's just so cute. That little face just gets me. Anyway, so here's all 3 of these squishies that I did redecorate in this video. I hope you did like them. Like I said, let me know down in the comments which was your favourite, whether it's the popcorn, the peach or the watermelon, and yeah, I'd just love to know. Again, I am just so obsessed with this face. Just look at it. It's so cute. Anyway, so if you did like this video, then please do give it a thumbs up, and I will see you tomorrow for another DIY. Bye!